First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
Jack LoMedico is a council-at-large council member in the city of Utica. He's on the Common Council that is owned by Mayor Palmieri. Good morning. Good morning, Jack.
Good. What was that statement? I missed it.
I said you're on the council that is owned by Mayor Palmieri. So Mayor Palmieri owns this council. They'll do whatever he tells them to do.
Yeah, okay.
So
we have a great council. We all get along. We have our issues, but we can work them out like grown-ups, which is different than some other councils I've been on.
Okay.
A lot of people, a lot of different ideas out there, and we all bring them together. So I think the city, as well as myself, am very, very happy with the council at this time.
Are you are you pleased with the fact that the council and the mayor that you've walked away from this parking garage?
Well, we walked away. That's a good setup question.
Well, I mean, it's a fair question. I mean,
I could tell you what's fair. I could tell you what I know. I know that the majority of the negotiations is between two people. It's been between the mayor and the county exec. I think talking with the people on the legislative side, the county legislative side, they've been sort of out of it. Maybe he's talking to a couple of the county execs, talking to a couple of people on that side, and the mayor might be talking to a couple of people on the council side. But the majority of the negotiation has been directly between those two individuals.
Were you asked?
I could tell you what I know.
Go ahead.
Well, that's kind of was my original question. Kind of leading you up to that.
What do you know? Go ahead.
It wasn't quite that said, but I did sit with our people at City Hall, and being that I was going to be on the station, I wanted to get some information on it, and so this is what I have at this time. Last week, the mayor and the commissioner of the ESDC, which is the Empire State Development Commission, agreed to move $3 million of money that they were supposed to, that the city was supposed to get for a grant for Kennedy Garage, and they gave it towards the hospital parking garage. All right. Apparently, at the time, the commissioner said he spoke with the county executive, and that they agreed that the city was out of the parking garage business, that the county was going to take it over. And this is what I got. But so there's $3 million. Prior to that, and the city had also given 3 separate grants towards the new parking garage. One, and this is on top of the $3 million. Prior to that, we gave $1.5 million from a previous ESDC grant. I think the second one, we had given a $1 million from a state assembly grant.
But don't you think what we're talking about is this is all state money you're talking about here? That's not the city investing in something.
So that's about $6 million in cash.
First of all, the $3 million is disputed. That first $3 million is disputed by the county executive.
I actually think what he said, the way Jack described it.
Hold on, Jack. Hold on.
I think the way Jack described it is actually. It kind of confirms what Tony said. They went to ESD and said, we're not getting the money, and so we're going to take the money. And he's saying, well, you guys took that money. The city didn't redirect it.
Right. The city did not redirect it.
No.
Oh, okay.
Listen, that money that we had was supposed to go, some of it was supposed to go to Kennedy Garage.
Correct. Right.
It. Now, listen, any CFO, any mayor, any household person in charge of a household, you have to be financially flexible. Ultimately, you got to be able to find funds to satisfy your needs, and that's what the mayor did. I don't know. I have money in my bank now. I don't know if I'm going to use that to pay a car loan, but I know I'm going to pay my car loan.
Listen, I don't buy. First of all, why doesn't somebody just man up here and say what really happened? We backed out of the deal. Why can't you say that? The deal was 40% of, in addition to everything else that was going on, grant
Correct.
money, whatever.
Correct.
It was a 40% investment. You backed out of it. Why can't you say that and say, no, we're really putting money into this? Look, we gave money over here. We gave up this property, this grant money. Just say it like it is and man up. You backed out of the 40% deal with the county.
It was a non-binding agreement between.
I understand that. I get it. We all know what you're saying, but just admit it. You backed out of the agreement.
In addition to that, Bill, we've also put $8 million in infrastructure where the garage is going to go.
That is not the point. It's like saying when we're just focused on the one thing. There was a deal. You would have done all that stuff anyway. All that stuff would have happened anyway, Jack.
We gave him we've already given him $6 million towards that. The county executive said that he was happy with it, and that's what I know of it. Now, do you want me to get into the nitty gritty on how the county executive and the mayor are working together? That's none of my business.
Okay.
Okay. Well, was a real
if it
tease.
affects you on the council, so if the council if it had come to a vote, let's ask it this way: if it had come to a vote where the council had to vote on the 60-40 split, 40 that the city would contribute and 60 that the county would contribute, how would you, as a councilman, vote?
Well, I can tell you how the whole council would have voted. We would have voted no.
Okay, and that's the point that I'm not trying.
The point is that when the mayor negotiated this, he negotiated between him and the city, and not between the council and the city.
I understand that.
Well, so that's the bottom line on it. You can't ask the council. I don't think, Bill. You can't ask the council how we would have voted because we weren't part of the negotiations. Well, so if we had sat down and agreed to that, then I would say okay. Then we would be on it. But again, this was a non-binding agreement between the mayor. So I think I think the city, from what I've seen, we've put $6 million into that.
That's not what we're talking about. I just want to clear up the point where
parking garage.
Jack, can you stop?
A county and a regional.
Please stop. Just listen to me, okay? I don't care.
I thought
I was back in the Army. I was getting a little Morse code coming my way.
Yeah, it is. It's Morse code saying stop. Listen to me. I'm not trying to debate with you whether the city of Utica, listen to me very carefully, whether the city of Utica should pay 40% of the parking garage. That, to me, is not even what I'm talking about. But the fact that there was an agreement, it looked like I realize it's not a binding agreement, but there was an agreement that the city was going to pay 40%, and the city has backed out of that. And every time we say that, you guys, the council, says, well, not really. We gave $6 million over here. We did this. Correct. We did that. And actually, I have somebody texting in saying, relevance. It's not relevant. Just say, we don't think we should pay 40% of that and get double taxed or whatever your reasoning is. But all this other stuff is just, it to me is irrelevant.
No, once again, I'd like to say what I said in the beginning. I think the mayor was being financially flexible, and ultimately he was able to find the funds. If you take that $6 million and you spread out the interest on it, it's going to be a lot more than the $300,000 we were going to pay. I think we more than satisfied that. All right? Listen, there's more than one way to pay something. All right?
Well, not all of that $3 million was going towards the Kennedy garage.
Well, it doesn't matter where it's going. The county has it now, does it?
It does. And then let's pretend that let's do it this way. So really what happened is Paceni found the money somewhere else, called up Palmieri and said, we don't need your money because you've given so much already. So, all right, if that's how we're going to paint this picture, then I guess that's how we'll go forward with it.
I hope he gave him a kiss when he did that. Then. Okay. That was wonderful.
So, Jack, let me just ask you one more question quick.
Oh, Lordy.
When you made the point that the mayor and Tony negotiated this 60-40 split, the memorandum of agreement, that the council wasn't part of that. So it
was a non-binding agreement.
You're right.
We know that. Yep. We understand that.
Was it?
So was it binding? No. Listen, let me ask you. When the mayor says the council doesn't have an appetite for this, it's actually the mayor doesn't have the appetite, right? Because as you've indicated, they're not. You guys haven't been part of this.
It seems like you'd be open to some contributions,
but this is actually not something that came to the council and was put up for a vote. And will you support this? Won't you support this? Correct?
Well, the initial negotiations, the council was not involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what I'm saying is, would the council have been open to some contribution, even if it wasn't 60-40, had they had a hand in the negotiation?
No, because they've already given millions.
Well,
$6 million, as a matter of fact.
So somebody's asking.
And another $8 million for infrastructure. Well, you guys are asking me something that has happened in the past. You know, if he came to us now, I don't know. You remember, there's different people on the council now.
Yeah.
Right? You're asking something that happened, 3 years ago. I don't know how we would have voted then.
Well, we're really talking about something that happened this month.
So, Jack, the $3 million was from the URI. The $8 million is the infrastructure. What is the $6 million? Where'd that come from? Because somebody's messaging in there's no $6 million.
The $6 million to the reference of $6 million is $3 million from the URI, which there's a dispute about. Did the county take it or did the city give it? And what is the other $3 million? Can you explain that?
I was specific about that. I was specific. I said, was it our money to give to them? And I talked to Heather on that yesterday. She says, absolutely, Jack, that was our money. We were going to use it, but we said, we decided to give it to the county. I think
that's fine, Jack. Where's the other $3 million? What is the other $3 million?
Financially flexible.
What is the other $3 million, Jack?
Okay, I'll repeat them again. All right.
No, please, no. I don't know. We have to.
It was $3 million that the city was going to get for Kennedy Garage
from the URI,
and we gave it to the. It was from the ESDC. All right. Now, prior to that, we had given them $3 million. Now, this is debatable if you guys want to debate it, but this is what I was told, okay? So I'm only telling you what I was told, all right? Prior to that, the city agreed to reprogram 3 separate state grants, all right? We had 3 separate state grants towards the new parking garage. The first one was $1.5 million from the ESDC, okay? Mm-hmm. The second was $1 million from the state assembly grant, and then the third was $500,000 from a URI grant. All right, so that's $6 million if you count it. Once again.
All right. Somebody asking, the question is, if the state hadn't thrown a lifeline, would you have voted to support the garage?
Well, that's
hypothetical.
a real odd question.
Okay.
First of all, the state is the one that came up with the what was the original $3.5 billion. If they didn't come up with $3.5 billion, would we even be talking about this?
Right. All right. I guess I'm somebody asked me, why am I so angry that the city of Utica didn't come up with the money? I'm not. I really don't care, to be honest with you. But I just wish somebody, Tim probably did it best yesterday, saying, no, we shouldn't have paid the 40%, and I'm glad they didn't. But we can't get people like you, Jack, to say that. Instead, it's like, well, we gave money over here, we gave money over. No, you backed out of the 40% deal, and that's what ended up happening. I know you didn't. I
didn't back out of it. And would I have paid 40% back then of it? No,
okay.
But I wasn't asked at the time if we should pay 40% of it.
And do you think the mayor should have included you in that before he signed that agreement?
You as the council.
Well, but right now I pay county taxes, I pay state taxes, right, that are going towards that. Why should the people of the city of Utica have to pay any more taxes for it when everybody in the county and the region is going to use it?
All right. Well, now you're saying how you really feel. You're being double taxed. All right.
Triple taxed.
All right. Well, it's over. It's over anyway. Paseni has found the money, right? The city's not going to pay. Now you got to figure out how to fix the Kennedy parking garage, and there you are.
I think you're wrong in that, Bill. I think the city and the county found the money because we gave them $6 million of it.
Okay, all right, good deal, Jack. Thank you. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you much, guys.
Okay.
Nice talking to you all.
Good talking to you, Jack LoMedico.